Hi again, YouTube land. Hopefully this will record and post properly. The last two I tried to do on this computer did not want to work for me at all. So the last one I was able to post looked a bit different, obviously. I was sitting on my couch and it didn't last very long, and I'm pretty sure I screwed up the sound quality somehow. But the summation of it was basically, that I hadn't been feeling well, and it's been a stressful month. Let's put it that way. It's been a really stressful month. I had some pressing health issues I had to deal with, which involved a trip to the emergency room, which I'm still technically recovering from. Sam's grandmother passed, and it's been a lot. It's just been a lot the last few weeks, and plenty of people go through plenty of stressful things. It's not just me, it's not just Sam, it's not just our lives that have stress. I know that. Man, the cat chewed on my glasses. Damn it. Gotta fix that now. It's not just that, and it's not just us. So I'm not saying I have the worst of it of anybody possible, but it's been tense. Let's put it that way, shall we? Yes, I'm drinking a beer. It's late in the afternoon right now. Well, getting late. It's mid-afternoon. It's at least mid-afternoon. And it's a very light Italian beer, so it doesn't really count. Foaming on my coaster. Don't waste my beer. Thank you. Sorry. So what else has been going on? I did some job applications today. Not a lot. But this is the way of things in the life of someone who's bipolar. You're up and you're down, and the rate at which you shift has little to do with reality and much less to do with any theory of predictability. It really has nothing to do with it. So, for the last couple of weeks, I've been stressed and busy and down, and it got sunnier out, it got warmer out, and in my case, I think that's one of the big triggers. I have never been diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder, but there is a large part of me that gets the impression that's probably what I'm dealing with. Because in the warmer months, not even necessarily the warmer months, in the time when it's sunnier, when it's brighter out, although if there's 3 feet of reflective snow on the ground, I'm less likely to go out because of my light sensitivity. But in the sunnier times, in the warmer times, I do better. I feel better. I'm much more inclined to go out. I'm much more inclined to do things, to be any kind of social whatsoever. Not that I really have people to be social with, mind you. But yeah, so a lot of stuff. And it's coming, much more clearly into spring. Spring started a couple weeks ago, and it's that process that really kind of shifts the gears in my head, because I'm one of those people that needs structure and needs order. And here's the thing. Most, if not all of us, if we're in a longer term relationship, a serious relationship, if we're married or whatever you consider the equivalent of being married, there is a point where you kind of let go. You kind of give up. For some people, it's not wearing makeup. For some people, it's how they dress. For some people, it's how they handle their diet and their exercise. And for some people, it's how they maintain their home. And in my case, it mostly affects diet and exercise and how I maintain my home. Because I was never really one for makeup, and if you ever saw how I dress on a daily basis, I don't give a damn. So that's what it manifests with as me. And one of the stores I love is the Container Store. I do. I don't work there. I never have. But I love that store. There are some places that just, they speak to the OCD in me. I like the office section of places like Staples, and I like Home Depot, and I like the Container Store. I like places where you can go and get something, especially something that you can really do something with, something that provides structure or order or function or the tools to create something that will, in the long run, provide you those things, which I guess really is more Home Depot than anything else. But that's what I like. And right about now, the Container Store is having their spring sale, which at a place like that means their organization sale. So like bins, organizational supplies, storage for clothing, all that kind of stuff is really coming into a clearance phase right now because of whatever reason. I don't know if it has to do with how they buy things or what things do and don't sell over the winter, but it works really well to my advantage because I end up finding stuff on clearance for anywhere from probably half off or better. I mean, bins that I would think ordinarily go for $4.99 or like $1.52. You know, the ones that are usually like $16.99 are like $8.99. And I love that. You should see. I've only done half of one linen closet. And here's the thing. I was there today. Surprise. Not only did one of the cashiers downstairs notice me and recognize me from earlier this week, because I've been there more than once, I got help by a very friendly person upstairs. 30 seconds after she helped me, another customer mistook me for someone who worked there. And then when I got downstairs to the checkout, the cashier who recognized me because he remembered commenting on my, you can see it, my cat tattoo there? Yeah. He remembered complimenting me on it when he noticed it the other day. And I think he was serious, but he was teasing me. He was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you. You were here and you have that great cat tattoo, right? That's the reason I remember you. Yeah, you've been here a few times lately. You're a pro. You know what you're doing. You're getting all the right supplies for what you need. You know what you're doing. You're a pro." So, I don't know. But yeah, it's one of the places that, I like a lot. But I'm also doing it for another reason, and that reason has a lot to do with sanity. Now, let me be clear. I love my husband, and sooner or later he gets around to watching all of these. So that's reality. I do. I love my husband. Sam is a great guy for many reasons, but he is a procrastinator, and he is disorganized. He's relatively confident he has everything, but that's got more to do with him being a pack rat who doesn't throw things away than it has to do with him having structure and organizational skills. A lot of that he picked up from me. And what he has picked up from me has barely scratched the surface of what I consider well organized. Now, my personal background is I grew up with a neat freak. I grew up in a house that actually had paid maid service once a week because my mother, agoraphobic, vastly obese, chain-smoking, PTSD psychotic that she was, knew that one of her stronger compulsions was for OCD, and that meant maid service. And that led to a certain standard of home life for me. Now, I'm not saying I'm a naturally clean person. I'm not someone who can't have a dish in the sink and won't allow crumbs on the counter. Lord, no. Oh, no. I try to be clean, but there are days I fail massively. There are days. I'm human. But I have standards, so every couple of days it does start to get on my nerves, and I do a power clean. Those are usually the days Sam comes home and I'm like half dead on the couch like, I got so much done today. He'll tell you, he's seen it. But he doesn't have the same organizational skills and requirements that I do, and this is the first spring that we're married. This is the first time he will be living with me when spring comes around, and I honestly embrace my standard of spring cleaning. Because I've noticed lately that I let the home standards go. Like I said, I let the diet go. I let the exercise regimen go. I've been walking a lot more the last couple of weeks. I don't know that I've lost any weight because I don't like getting on a scale, even though I like the one we have now. But I feel somewhat better. I've destroyed easily a dozen pair of socks. That's how much walking I've been doing. But this will be the first time that he really has to go through the process. And will be subjected to the process. Now, there are areas of the house, let's say, where I'm not going to impose this. You know, his collection of books that he puts on bookmooch.com, I won't go near it. I'll ask him to keep it tidy, but I won't actually tango with it. His bookcases, I won't do it. I mean, if it gets too dusty, I'll move stuff and I'll clean and then I'll just put it back. But I won't actually sort through, reorganize, reclassify. I won't do that. His desk, I won't touch it. But common shared areas of the house, the linen closet, clothing closets, the front hall closet, these are areas that have to be dealt with. And the one area that I think Sam pretty clearly knows not to quibble with me about is the kitchen. Because even there, what I've done is I said to him, look, this will be your cabinet. This right here. This both sides of this, you know, one of the double opening. I said, look, this is you. Everything that is specifically and exclusively yours to eat or not eat, to hide away for next winter or what have you, all of it goes in here. There is nowhere else that your stuff can go. I mean, the stuff that belongs in the refrigerator even, he has a shelf on the door. Every sauce, hot sauce, spread, mayo, mustard, condiment, caper, whatever he specifically likes to eat, goes on his shelf on the door. He has a bin. You know the little pull-out bin drawers that fridges have? One of them is specifically assigned to his. For the cheese I don't eat, for the deli meat for his lunches, for the mushrooms that I'm allergic to, but use for his food. But the common areas of the house are they're going to be tangoed with. They're going to be tackled and they're going to be dealt with, because part of me feeling better, sorry, I'm mixing my lunch. Part of me feeling better has to do with me living in conditions conducive to that. And I can't take mess. I can't take disorder. And I've been so busy working on this relationship and then getting engaged and then planning the wedding and then going on the wedding, and then 2 of his grandparents passed away. It's been a lot the last couple of years. And as much as I want structure and order in my living environment, it wasn't the priority it should have been. It wasn't even on my list. The everyday minutia got so crowded in my way, I couldn't even begin. And in the last 4 years, I've managed to put on upwards of 80 pounds. And 80 pounds is after I had put 30 back on since the low point after my gastric bypass. So realistically speaking, I should be, to qualify as Western medicine's diagnosis of healthy female for my age and height, 100 pounds less. So I have some work to do. And for me, part of that starts with knowing where everything is and how much of it I have. And I cannot do that if I don't have structure around here, if I don't have things labeled and marked and categorized, and no. So that's what I'm going to be working on the next couple of weeks. But that's my ramble. Hopefully spring is bringing you some new motivational things, and I'll let you know how it goes for me. Now let's see if this will post.